Happy Mother's Day. It is beautiful out here today, so I thought, you know what? We'll just talk a little bit today. I celebrated what we celebrate, how we celebrate around here. Last night I had my takeout meal because David told me 2 weeks ago. He said, okay, well, it's Mother's Day this weekend. Pick what you want, on the weekend. I'm like, well, no, that's next weekend. So this weekend I picked what I wanted. We'll talk about that in a minute. First thing I want to do is show you some Happy Mail. This is from Beth Powell, and it came yesterday. Let me see if I can back up and show you. She made these hand towels, the kind you clip on your stove handle. So thank you, Beth. I love them. They're beautiful. I will have to threaten David within an inch of his life to not grease them up because he will grab whatever is over. He don't care. He's such a man's man. I'm just gonna tell you, there ain't nothing unmanly about him. So let me find somewhere to put these. Hold on, I'm gonna put my head down. Boop. Okay, now the first thing, I've got my Kleenex because the first reason is my CPAP. See, I'm fixing it. Let me get some right now. By the way, let me show you, since we're showing them. These from the Dollar Tree. I don't think I'll ever buy another Kleenex as long as they sell these, because I didn't realize, like when it says 2-ply, I didn't realize regular Kleenexes aren't necessarily 2-ply. These are good, sturdy ones. Your finger does not push through when it gets wet. Best Kleenexes I've ever tried. They're not soft, but they're not sandpaper. They're just a good utilitarian Kleenex. So, shameless plug that I'm not getting paid for. Go get you some Dollar Tree Kleenex. But the reason why I've got those, we're gonna start right, is y'all know I sleep with a CPAP. Well, it ran out of water. And when it runs out of water, you know that feeling like if you've ever been in the ocean or had to syringe your nose with salt water, you know how that burns? That's how it does when you run out of water. Some of you I know have experienced that. You just blow complete dry air through your nostrils. This side it didn't affect. I think this side might have been a little stuffy. This side burning like fire. So I woke up, I had to go in there and put my boo-boo cream in it. I put some of that on a Q-tip, and it has not eased up, and that was early this morning. It has started now. I have been sneezing. Every time I turn around, I'm sneezing. It stopped up. My eye got red and watery, like it's got a cold in it, which it don't. But that aggravated my nose, something terrible. So I got my Kleenexes for that because it keeps dripping and the whole 9 yards. But I also got them because when we start talking about Mother's Day, 99.9% chance it's going to rain in the northern states. So I'm prepared for both situations. Now, the last night we were sitting over there. Now let me tell you, I don't live in a Norman Rockwell family. We're just not. I'm the most sentimental one. Then RJ, then Holly, then David. As far as showing it, okay? We're affectionate. We're huggers. We love one another. But as far as fanfare goes, we're just not. We celebrate birthdays. Everybody gets their birthday dinner, like big birthdays. We'll have, a special celebration. We do things for birthdays. And then holidays, everybody comes over here. But as far as like, okay, it's Mother's Day, we're going to give you breakfast in bed, make you queen for a day. No, that don't happen. There was one year back before we ever got the house gutted. I remember I could see it sitting up here in the living room. We had blue carpet. That's what Mama had in here. She went through a blue phase. Williamsburg blue. Y'all remember that color? So she went through a Williamsburg blue phase. When we moved in, when we redid everything, we vowed there would not be anything blue in this house. And so far there has not been. Because we lived with everything blue. Carpet, floors, you name it. Anyway. But that was popular at the time. So I can remember sitting on that blue carpet a commercial come on. I don't even remember what I was doing in the floor, something. And a commercial come on, and it was one of those, treat mom for only $50 for this dozen roses, whatever. I'm like, looked at the TV. I told David, I'm like, just give me the $50. Left it at that. Come Mother's Day, he had to be $50. Listen, I call that a score. That's how we do things. He was telling me yesterday, as a matter of fact, we were talking about eating out. And to me, that's a treat when I get to eat out from doing all the cooking. I like that special treat. That's why we would do it every Saturday before the pandemic. We just didn't go out because, you're uncertain, you're unsure, you're kind of trying to navigate it. And I'm feeling better about it now. And I was trying to think, what I wanted. He goes, well, I was listening to the radio and they said that is a woman's second choice. I said, what's her second choice? Going out to eat for Mother's Day. I said, what's the first choice? Because to me, that's my, I would like to go out to eat because I don't want to cook. He said, candies and flour. I'm like, no, first of all, tattoo money is the first choice. Eating out is the second choice. Candy, then flowers. So we got that straight. But here's the thing about that. He has never once given me a dime for tattoos. His mind, what he thinks is, he would be contributing to something that I might later regret, and he does not want that on his conscience. So no matter when I say, for Christmas, I want tattoo money. For my birthday, I want tattoo money. Mother's Day, tattoo money. He does not, and he has not. I started getting these when I was 53. In July, I'm going to be 58. And this is probably going to be the first year, unless I don't foresee it happening at all this year, unless it's closer to the end of the year, that I have not gotten some form of a tattoo. Because obviously now they're closed up, and I was talking to my artist a couple weeks ago, and he obviously had to close shop. He can't pay rent, and when you don't work, so I don't know where he will set up or when he will set up. But if I have back surgery, that's going to put, a kibosh on the whole thing. So anyway, that's tattoo talk. But this is the kind of family we are. We don't, there's just not big fanfare around here for stuff like that. I don't know how I would act if I did get pregnant in bed. I'd want to know what somebody did. Like, what's caused this? We're going to talk about that in a minute. I told you we were. But that made me thinking about my kids. Now, growing up, it was just Mama and me and my brother. And so she would just thinking about, well, it kind of goes with the bloom where you planted in Mother's Day. But she was the kind of mother that, until I was an adult, I didn't realize that she really did like to eat. I mean, if there was 3 pork chops, and me and my brother had one, and I wanted another one, she would just say she wasn't feeling like pork chops today. She really wasn't hungry, so I could have that second pork chop. And so I was an adult doing the same thing for my kids till that bell went off. I'm like, oh my God, she really was hungry all those years. Because that's what you do. So let me, before I forget, let me say Happy Mother's Day. I was going to forget it, to all the moms who have human children, who have children with fur, who have children with scales, who have children that they did not give birth to. Being a mom is not blood. Being a mom is here. So you can mother all kinds of people. nieces or nephews or brothers or sisters or best friends or somebody in your neighborhood, somebody you go to church with, somebody you mentor, you can mother. You do not have to have given birth to children to be a mom. So you celebrate. You celebrate yourself and you celebrate if you're someone that has one of those ladies in your life that she didn't give birth to you, but she still treats you like a mom would treat you, then you honor her today. You tell her Happy Mother's Day. You don't have to go to the fanfare, just like us. They don't have to do all the fanfare for me to know they love me, for me to know they love me. Like, my kids are the kind where, so like when my best friend died, okay, so they don't bring me breakfast in bed. They don't give me cards. They even don't give me cards. We're not card people. But when my best friend died, I'm over here. Here comes RJ and his girlfriend. He's walking into the door with a big old QT fountain Pepsi and a big old pack of Reese cups because they know that is my comfort. That is what I want when I'm stressed. If I want a little treat, that's what I want. I want a fountain Pepsi and I want a Reese's. Okay, so here comes Holly and her husband at the time with Guardians of the Galaxy. Because they do, I would just love that movie and the soundtrack, which I, by the way, love the soundtrack because it's from the 70s. So that was what they did for me. That was how they do to take care of me. And I didn't need that on, see, I told you, I don't need it one day a year when I got it all year long. David don't give me cards for anniversaries. We don't do cards for Mother's Day. He did give me one for my birthday. Not my birthday. For Valentine's Day. I'm trying to think, what was it? Because we don't do that. If we do anything, we go to eat. We're like, okay, what do you want to eat? That's it. What do you want to eat? Well, he did give me a card for my birthday. I keep saying birthday. Valentine's Day. That complete, and flowers. Completely shocked me because that's not him. Never has been, not even in our dating time, because he's not that kind of man. He wasn't raised that way. He don't know it. I never was able to change him, so I didn't try. I just learned to deal with it, and it's fine. But the card was like, "You're the best wife." Well, did they aggravate me? Yeah, because I told you the other day in my tag, everything does. Who don't aggravate who? You think I don't aggravate them? I know I do because I aggravate myself. But those are the kind of, well, I have it all year long. I have their support and their love all year long. So he don't make a big deal on Mother's Day. He takes care of me the rest of the year. He makes sure I got a roof over my head, way plenty food in my belly, obviously. He makes sure I have something to drive. He takes care of the kids, anything they need. He takes care of his mother and his sister, anything they need. So all year long speaks for one day. So if you have one of these families that you're not a Norman Rockwell family, it does not matter. If you got it all year long, then you got it. And you can say, "Oh, but my husband, he don't give me cards." Well, turn it around. Another don't is, "Well, my husband don't hit me." "Well, my husband, he don't compliment me." Well, he don't degrade me. He don't pick on me. He don't make fun of my weight. He don't treat me like a dog. He does do all those things I told you. So turn it around. Don't focus on he don't do this and he don't do that. There are good don'ts, good things he don't do. So anyway, that's the kind of husband I have. And the kind of kids I have. So, happy Mother's Day. I knew that was going to happen. I had already started crying in the shower. Y'all know when y'all get in the shower and you in there by yourself and mind starts going, oh, let me get fresh. Okay, I'm sorry. I had to kind of handle some business. Okay. Now, what I told you, I think that's what I was going to say about Mother's Day. Don't get me wrong. I'm happy for you if you got all that fun stuff because I know it is nice. I know it is. I'm assuming it is. So enjoy yourself. Thank your family for honoring you and tending to you and making you feel special because you know what? All the families are, none of us are the same. None of us are the same. If what, oh man, what a segue. Come to me, I didn't even notice. We're going to go right into what I was going to talk to y'all about. Whatever kind of family you have, enjoy it because remember I got this at the Dollar Tree, bloom where you're planted, and I said we might talk about that one day. Today's the day. Let me fortify. Oh my gosh, my nose has stopped up, and when I swallowed it made a noise in my goozle and my ears popped. I don't know how that's gonna work. Lord, I got it going on. Okay, so bloom where you're planted. Deep subject. It's got so many areas that it can be. So like I go for the first place I think is in my like not social situation, in my living situation. Excuse me. There are things, okay. What I tell y'all the other day on that tag, you can have a pity party as long as you don't live there. Okay, growing up, we didn't have nothing. We lived in this house, which it was a nice house. It was built, brand new in 71. It was a nice house, but we didn't have like everything inside the house. I'm not talking about the family, the feeling, the unit. I'm talking about the physical, personal possessions. There was nothing fancy in my house. It was not decorated fancy. The furniture was not fancy. Our personal possessions were not fancy. Our clothes were not fancy. Well, we would be out and about, and one thing Mama liked to do, and I got that from her, is ride around and look at houses. We loved looking at houses, and she would always say, well, I'm going to go home and throw rocks at mine. That was her saying. Every single time. I'm going to go home and throw rocks at mine. Well, some people's, like, she wanted to throw rocks at her house, but there might be somebody else down the road that wanted to throw rocks at theirs. So, you got to learn to live the place you're at and bloom from there. Can I say right now, oh, I wish I had a nicer house. Yeah. Wish I had a nicer car, which David bought me one a few years ago, so I'm happy with that. Wish I had a better furniture. Wish I wasn't so fat. Wish I could do this. Wish my clothes were nice. Wish I had losing my hair. We got a lot of things we can say, but guess what? There are people who don't even have what we have. So we got to do, okay, Mama, this is how she lived, and this is how I was raised by her and my mama. And it's not her mama, this is my daddy's mama. Wear it out. Nope. Y'all know it. Use it up. Wear it out. Make it last, or do without. I'm pretty sure that's how it goes. That is how I was raised. That is called blooming where you're planted. Where I'm at right now is in this house with this family, with this body, and I can either make the best of it or I can sit around and feel sorry for myself. And guess what? I have plenty of feeling sorry for myself days. Y'all seen them. I bring you my life right here on YouTube. You don't get it all, but you sure get a big snapshot of it. So y'all know I have plenty of my own pity parties. But I'm not living in that pity party. It's not a 24-hour, all-consuming issue. Does that mean we don't have to strive for something better? No, but it means until you do get somewhere better, I try not to let them cars get on my nerves, but they do. Look, see there, I'm complaining. I'm complaining about them cars, but guess what? I got a beautiful porch to sit on in this beautiful weather with these birds. So I can sit here and moan about that every time, which I pretty much do, or I can just get over it, suck it up, and go on. Kind of how we gotta live. Do you have to suck up everything? If it's a bad situation, I don't want you sucking it up. I want you getting it out. I'm talking about everyday life, how we live, where we're at in our body, whatever cards we were dealt are the cards we have to learn to play. If you can strive for a better job, then strive for a better job. But while you're there, my mama raised me. If you're a ditch digger, then you be the best ditch digger you can be. So if you are in a job right now and you don't like that job, you want a better job, that's fine. You do what you have to do to get that job. You go to school, you study it on the internet, read everything you want to know about that new job, you apply for new jobs, but until you leave that job you're at, you do the best job you can there. You give out your best work. You do your best performance while you are waiting to go to that better job. Same way with, like, Mama, that's another thing she used to say. And it's why it came to me talking about my house, because, like, I don't have the nicest house. I don't. I have a house that is well built. It's firm in the ground. It's a safe place to come to, but it's not fancy. It's not decorated. The walls aren't painted. Some of the walls we had to repair. They still got sheetrock putty, They've not even been finished. There's nothing that matches. It's a free-for-all. The furniture was used. Oh my gosh. We've probably had it, Holly's 25. Lord have mercy. We probably had it close to 20 years, and it was used when we got it, okay? So that's the kind of house we live in. But that don't mean I have to keep it dirty. That don't mean just because it ain't fancy, it don't look pretty, that I got to live in filth. I was thinking about that, and that's what made me think about Mama. Used to talk about people not taking a bath. She was like, soap don't cost that much. You're right. Ain't that right? Let's go TMI. We might be big people, but that don't mean we can't keep our body clean. That don't mean we can't wear clean clothes. That is another thing. If I, in this big old body, waited to say, oh, well, I'll do that when I get thin. You know how many years of life I would not have been living? I have been fat. I started getting bigger when I was pregnant with RJ. And at the moment, he is 33. I ballooned up to a size 18, which right now, I would kill to be a size 18 because that would be a good size on my body. When I married David, I was a 24. I look back at those wedding pictures, and I just look like a normal person. There was nothing overly big, nothing, I just look like a normal person. I would go back to a size 24 in a heartbeat and be happy in that. And you know what? There is a good example where somebody else is good or bad, somebody else is good. So some of y'all are a size 24 right now trying to lose weight. And I'm like, I want to be a 24. So don't discount where you're at because somebody else wants to be there. They're in a whole different place. Take your size 24, put your clothes on, carry yourself around town, hold your head up, and strut around like you own the town. That don't mean be cocky and treat people like Dookie. That means be confident in who you are, in the body you're in. Don't wait to live your life till you get the body you want. Bloom where you're planted. You're planted in that size 24. You're planted in that size 16. You're planted in that size 34. It don't matter. Be the best person you can be. This is a shell. We are not our bodies. We are minds and we are hearts. Use your mind and your heart to be the best person you can be, regardless of the shell you're walking around in. I didn't start getting tattoos till I was 53. What if I said, oh, I'm not saying tattoos is for everybody. I'm using that as an example of living your life in the moment. I waited until I was 53 because up until then I was raised, oh, good girls don't get tattoos. No. Well, I never was a good girl. Let's see. Good person. Always been a good person. Not always been a good girl. There's a difference. We won't do that video. I can promise you that. That is not a video that will see the light of day. Not that there's a video I would make. No. But, what was I saying? I can't even remember what I was saying now. Oh, about getting tattoos. You don't, good girls don't get tattoos. And one day I wanted one. I just wanted one. And I walked up, I'm like, you know what? I'm 53 years old. I think I can do what I want to do. I'm grown. I was big back then. Was I even the size I am now? Maybe not as big. I'm pretty sure I've gotten bigger since then. I'll be 58. It's 5 years ago. Well, what if tattooing is something that brings me joy? It is something I enjoy. I like it. It's something I can own, something I can control. Nobody can control it for me. What if I had decided, oh, I'm too old, I'm too fat. Fat people don't get tattoos because people will look at you. Whoop-de-doo. Let them look. I told you the story. I'll show them. I will show them. I ain't scared, no. I decided to go ahead and bloom where I was planted. I was in an older body. I was in a big body. But I did something I wanted to do. So what if I did? I'd be sitting here at 58 today. I sure wouldn't be getting done today because I'm older and I'm fatter. Good example. If there's something you want to do it. Okay, so talking about I'm trying to say, I'm all over the place. I got so many things in my mind that I want to say that I know I'm going to forget half of them, and I'm going to be in there editing this video, uploading it, me going, oh, I should have said this, I should have said that. So, like, okay, use it up, do it out. That says right there where you're planted, your station in life. I think that's the word I was looking for. Your station in life, where you're at this moment. You make the best of it that you can make. So, like, I remember one time, me and the kids had went up to Momo's, and RJ had a blue slushie from Sonic. What do they call them? Do they call them slushies? I can't even remember. Hold on. I'll be back. Better. The Sonic thingies, anyway, he got the blue. They like the blue. So we're up there. I don't think nothing of it, you know. And the next time I go up to Mom's house, I go in there to get me some ice, make me a glass of tea. And in that freezer sits that Sonic cup, half full of slushy, blue slushy. He had left it there, didn't finish it. She stuck it in the freezer for the next time we were there. That was her mentality. She took the life she was given, which was you don't have all the money in the world, and you make the best of what you got. And that is how she did it. She used to make what she called fried soup. Little leftovers, like green tomatoes and okra, squash, little dibs and dabs, nothing enough to make for a meal. And then she would put it in a pan and fry it up. And Papa loved it. He loved his fried soup. That is blooming where you're planted. You're making the best with what you have. Yes, it is okay to want more. I sit in here and I long for the days of, that's another good example of trying not to live in the past. That's one of my biggest struggles, is trying not to live in the past, but accepting where I'm at now. I need to bloom where I'm planted. I'm not young anymore. I don't have a head full of hair anymore. I'm not thin anymore. I can't walk anymore. I cannot do the things I used to do. I can't do anything. But I gotta sit over there and not, because I can't go back. Sitting there and wishing for it and pining over it ain't gonna change a thing. Now, remembering and, reminiscing, that's all well and good, because I have some fond memories of those times. But I gotta learn to take the life I have now. These are my cards. This body is the deck of cards I was dealt. And so I've got to live in it. I've got to make the best life for my family that I can make, the best life for me. So, I think I'm going to sneeze again. This is a nice video. Y'all can get it with the snot rag. Talking about in this body. What if I let this body that I'm in prevent me from doing YouTube? I wouldn't have met none of y'all. I wouldn't have this outlet. Okay, I had to dump some videos. I think I had forgot to take a bunch of them off. But I'm so glad that I didn't wait until I was perfect, camera ready. Because this is not camera ready. This is not, no. But look what I would have missed out on. All y'all. The friendships and the connections that I have made through this channel, I would have never dreamed up in a bazillion years. And it's because I took that step to just live my life and do a YouTube channel. Why not? Hey, let's do a YouTube channel. Just because you went to college and tried to take speech class 2 times, and just because you quit right before your very first speech both times, let's go ahead and do a YouTube channel anyway. That blows my mind how I even decided to come on here and talk in the, I guess maybe because you're not like physically here in front of me. If I was standing up like on a stage or something, I couldn't do it. I don't know, at this point I might could, but back then, no. Even when I started this, no way. I just couldn't do it. So I'm glad I decided to bloom. I'm glad I decided to not let where I'm at right now in this physical body deter me from coming in front of y'all. Golly, when I'm in there editing my videos and I look at myself, I'm like, seriously? You're actually putting yourself up on somebody's TV screen looking like that? But you know what? Life's going to go on. The way I sit here and look at you, life's going to go on. So I can jump on and ride, or I can just go in here and crawl up under a rock. And I'm not going to crawl up under a rock just because I don't look up to somebody's standards. So that's where we at. This is what I want y'all to do. I want you to be happy where you're at. I want you to make the best of where you're at. In your weight loss journey, if you're not where you want to be yet, just keep trying. Make the best of it. You messed up today, Start again tomorrow. But don't take where you're at in your body thinking, oh, I'm too fat, I can't do this. Yes, you can. You can do any damn thing you want to do. If you don't take nothing else from this video, you better take that. You can be, well, you can't be anybody you want to be. You might want to be a horse jockey, but you're too tall. So you really can't be anybody you want to be. I always tell myself that. They say, well, you can be anything you want to be. Well, no, I can't be no horse jockey. I'm too tall. So within your capabilities, you can be anything you want to be. If you are capable of doing something, then you are capable of doing something. Does that make sense? So, bloom where you're planted, live your life, enjoy your life. Don't matter. Be the best you can be at where you're at. Be the best you can be for your family, for your friends. Be the best you can be for yourself. You're only cheating yourself if you're not. If you're not who you want to be at this stage in your life, you're only cheating yourself. Don't let nobody hold you back. If the pot you're in, hold on. Where's your dishwasher stuff at? Do you know? Do you know how many years my dishwashing powder has been in the same spot? He's never had to feel. I keep my powder in an old Duke's mayonnaise jar with a little scoop in it, and that's what I keep under the sink because I buy that big box, and the big box is over in the Lazy Susan, so he's never had to fill up my jar. So that's why he popped in there. Where's your dishwasher stuff at? So he's running the dishwasher for me. Happy Mother's Day to me, which he does that anyway, so that ain't no Mother's Day special. If it's full, he runs it. If it's empty, he runs it. Empties it. So he's good about that. So anyway, the pot you're in, bloom in it. Don't sit there and stagnate. Be the best you that you can be where you're at. If this is where you're at, then this is where you bloom. If you can take up this much room, don't stay here. Spin out all the way to the edge of that pot, okay? Be the best you can be. I love y'all. Happy Mother's Day. Hopefully this wasn't too cuckoo, because I have been out here running my mouth. All right. Happy Mother's Day. I do love y'all, and I'll talk to you later.